Dead Drop Saturday around here, guys. So that means we're recording our new Dead Drop video today. You guys know I do at least one Dead Drop video every single week because I am a Dead Drop variant, Dead Drop fan, member of the Midnight Society founders. You can see on my shirt here, sweet shirt. The Midnight Society shop's open, by the way. So what are we going to talk about today? This is the second video, kind of, in a series that I'm doing here on the channel, on the Midnight Mayor channel. I'm recording this live on Twitch, detailing and profiling certain people at Midnight Society so we can get an idea of who's working on a Dead Drop, who works at Midnight Society, and what do they all do. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to cover every person. Last week, I covered Dr. Disrespect. Look for that video on the channel. I'll try to put a link up here during the video. But today, we're going to do Robert Bowling. Robert Bowling is, in a lot of ways, other than Doc, one of the primary faces of the game of Dead Drop and Midnight Society. He's always doing interviews, Twitter Spaces. He does live streaming. Who is Robert Bowling? We're going to go over that, what he has worked on, what he's doing at Midnight Society, and we're going to cover all of that. So, Robert Bowling, let's start with his history. He's also known as 402 to many people, going back to his Infinity Ward days. As we're going to detail, he worked at Infinity Ward for quite a while during the Call of Duty heyday. Well, what many consider to be the heyday of Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare era. 402, many people call him that. He's got 15 years of gaming industry experience. He was the community manager at Infinity Ward back in the day. That was his primary role. He's also been the head of Humble Publishing. If you don't know humblebundle.com or humble.com, they sell games. But they got into game publishing over the last, I don't know, how many years has it been? 5, 6, 7 years. And that was all by Robert Bowling's design and execution. He was the head of their publishing label, which is obviously a big deal. And we're going to go over some of the games that they published while he was there. And he's also obviously the founder, one of the founders, I should say, and studio head at Midnight Society. So we'll get into what he's likely doing at Midnight Society that we know of, and so on. So during his time at Infinity Ward, Robert Bowling, he worked on, community manager is a much different role than, say, engineer or programmer. But we don't know what else he did while he was there. But community manager is still a really big deal. That's how people got to know him. No disrespect to community managers. You guys are absolutely important to the success of video games. And again, this was during the time that Call of Duty exploded. He was the community manager of Infinity Ward. So he worked on Call of Duty 2, like Call of Duty 2, not Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 2. A lot of people don't know that Call of Duty games existed before Modern Warfare. He worked on the OG Modern Warfare, super influential game to multiplayer and online gaming to this day. Modern Warfare 2, obviously, not the new one. The KISS came out in 2022. The original. The re-release of the original Call of Duty game, which I played back in the day, which was amazing. Totally different than what Call of Duty is now. But again, revolutionary game for Xbox Live Arcade. RIP Xbox Live Arcade. Modern Warfare 3. And then we get into a lot of the stuff that he worked on at Humble or during this period post-Infinity Ward. So Breach and Clear was one of those games. It's actually a strategy game. Drop Squad 4. He was executive producer on Crashimals, a VR game. What the Golf for Apple Arcade. Pretty popular game, actually. The Other Side and The Legend of Bumbo. Those last few games were all published by Humble. And again, Humble Publishing is still going right now. And it's kind of the house that Robert Bowling built in many, many ways. He was also a creative consultant. Some people may be maybe not know this. He was a creative consultant on Apex Legends and Battlefield 5, both. Because he worked at Infinity Ward, again, during that day when people like Vince Zampella, who's now head of Respawn, was head of Infinity Ward, probably knows Vince pretty well. And he consulted on Apex Legends, which to this day, in my opinion, is still the best Battle Royale out there. And Battlefield 5 is certainly a better game than Battlefield 2042. Okay, so now, obviously, founder at Midnight Society and studio head. This likely means he put up money to actually, help get the studio started. And he's also obviously working there day to day. What studio head likely means, so I am guessing here, and my cat is walking across my screen for some reason. What studio head means is he's likely not directing the game, right? There's somebody else, and I'm gonna profile them as well, with the title creative director. But this likely means that he's responsible for all the hiring. All the department heads likely report to him, so the creative director. The person working on, the sound director, the head engineer, all these people are not only likely hired by him and handpicked by him and others, right? But he probably is, as studio head, is kind of the one leading the charge on this. All those department heads likely report to him. He likely sets the budgets for Deadrop. So Deadrop as a game, and also all those department heads, like I said, and employees. He's likely setting and controlling those kinds of things. And it seems to me, this is a bit of speculation on my part. Yes, this is AI art of Robert Bowling in the upper right-hand corner. Looks kind of like that. It seems to me he's kind of acting as community manager as well, because he is the face of this game still in many ways, and he's front and center when it comes to the community. He's doing these Twitter spaces. He's doing live streams. It seems to me that he's still kind of doing the community manager gig for now, at least on Deadrop at Midnight Society. I'm speculating here. There's no other community manager currently listed under the Midnight Society and Deadrop staff. There's 2 people with community experience and community in their title or on their resume, but there's nobody that actually has the community manager. So again, I'm speculating. If there's somebody else who is acting as community manager, I apologize. But because nobody's actually listed with that title, it kind of leads me to believe that at this point in Deadrop's life, because this game still has years of development to go, Robert's kind of filling that role as well. So that's who Robert Bowling is. Very important and influential figure at Midnight Society and on Deadrop, and will continue to be. He's one of the founders of the company. And obviously, you're going to be able to find him, and you're going to be seeing him around a lot. Now, where can you find 402 and Robert Bowling? You can find him on Twitter, where he posts a lot, quite a bit. Over on Twitter, tweets about everything from Deadrop and Midnight Society, his personal life, to Call of Duty and other games. He still talks about other games quite a bit, talking about Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone quite a bit, giving his thoughts on that. And he also streams on Twitch. He started streaming on Twitch himself the last few months. So in addition to all the Midnight Society content and Deadrop content, official content that comes out from them, Robert Bowling is also streaming on Twitch. Sometimes he streams Deadrop. I've seen him stream Call of Duty. I've seen him stream Call of Duty with his kid. I think I saw him stream Fortnite maybe one night too. But he's streaming. You can find him on Twitch. I believe he's just 402. Over on Twitch. I can't remember for sure what his name is. I should have looked it up. But you can find him in all those places if you want to stay in the loop on what Robert's up to and get the most inside looks, for example, from the head of Midnight Society and on Deadrop as you can. So that's who Robert Bowling is. When you see him around, when you see him on Twitter Space, when you see him on stream talking about Deadrop and Midnight Society, that's who he is. This is my second, again, profile for people at Midnight Society. I'm gonna do at least 2 more. There's a CEO at Midnight Society that I will cover, Sumit Gupta, and then there's also the creative director, Quinn Del Hoyo, which I'm gonna cover as well. So subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Midnight Mayor, if you want to see those videos and be notified when they come out. If you're a Midnight Society and Deadrop fan, this is absolutely a channel you want to be following and subscribing to. Help spread the word by liking the video, commenting, send it to your friends, whatever, guys. You're all welcome here. Come join me on Twitch, where this video was recorded, twitch.tv/MayorReynolds. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, my other YouTube channels, MayorReynoldsTV and MayorFPS. Stick Mayor in your support a creator slot in Fortnite. Use code Mayor on G Fuel. By the way, you can use my link to buy games at Humble and support the channel too. Speaking of Humble, one of Robert's old stomping grounds. Anyway, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Mayor Reynolds out.